All right. How is everybody doing out there? I'm just checking my settings right now to make sure that I am indeed live. So give me 1 second here. Just 1 second. If you're just hopping in, if you guys can go ahead and press 1 if you can hear me. If you're catching this on the replay, just hit replay for me. But if you can hear me, go ahead and press 1. I'm just checking to make sure that I am live, okay? I'm going to do something a little different. So I am actually going live on multiple channels right now at the same time. So give me 1 second. All right. So I'm actually going to try to go live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all at the same time. So give me 1 second and we can get this thing started. But in the meantime, guys, if you can hear me, just go ahead and press 1 so that I know you can hear me. Okay. I'm going to put that one there. All right. Let's see how I can do this. Trying to multitask here. All right. All right, so if you guys can hear me, let me make sure I can see the comments. Okay, hey Shamika, how you doing? How you doing? All right, I have not gone live on Instagram, but let's see. This is not the best of angles, but we're gonna make it do what it do. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. How is everybody doing out there? How is everybody doing out there? All right. All right. Hope everybody had a good week. Start of the good week. I'm not going to hold you long, but I did want to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit. So I've been getting a lot of inboxes. Well, first, let me just start by introducing myself. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Tiffany Murphy. I am a tax and accounting expert. My specialty is big truck tax returns and any small business tax returns. Okay. So that is my area of expertise. However, I can help you with any tax situation that you may have. If you're looking to file your personal income taxes, your business income taxes, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So I like to come on here from time to time and just drop a little tax knowledge so that you guys can know what's going on each year because things do change every year. Okay. So the topic that I have to talk to you tonight about, if you saw my question, it says, is it true that I can get a refund on my taxes if I am pregnant? Okay, so I actually just got a message today about that. I've been getting numerous messages about that. So whenever I get a message and I see that people ask a similar question, I always like to go ahead and just go live. Okay, so please share this live. Can I get everybody that's watching right now to just click like and click share? Can y'all do that? Click like and click share for me. Okay. All right, so is this true? All right, so let me tell you a little bit about this credit, okay? So the credit that you guys have been talking about is a credit that is available for people who are pregnant. Now, let me tell you a little bit about that, okay? Because things are not always as simple as you may think, all right? So you guys know if you're new to following me, One thing about me is I'm always going to break it down. I'm a former special ed teacher, so I may talk slow because I like to break things down. And I like to make sure that everybody is clear and that everyone understands me, okay? So now back to it. So the credit that you guys have been talking about, there are credits available if you are pregnant, okay? In the state of Georgia, this is called the Living Infants Fairness and Equality Act. Living Infants Fairness and Equality Act. Now, there are similar programs available in other states as well. Some of them are not the same amount, some of them are more, some of them are less. But because I am based out of Georgia, even though we work with clients nationwide, I am going to just tell you about what that credit is in Georgia, okay? So, first of all, this credit is available for anyone who has an unborn child that has to have proof of a heartbeat, right? And you must have a detectable heartbeat on or after July 20th, 2022. So if you were not pregnant in, if your child is not born, okay, and you have a heartbeat anywhere between July 20th of 2022 and the end of the year, you can receive this credit, okay? Now let's be clear, because this is the common misconception. This is not this is not a federal refund, okay? This is specifically for the state. So how much is it? I know that's what you want to know. Anybody have an idea? Type in the chat. How much do you think this credit is for, okay? So I'm going to tell you. So the credit is $3,000, right? In the state of Georgia, it's $3,000. Other states is $2,200. It just varies depending on the state. But this credit is $3,000. So it's a $3,000 exemption. Now, I did not say it's a refundable credit, okay? So anytime a credit is refundable, like the earned income credit, like the child tax credit, that means you get money back, okay? So because this is what's called an exemption, basically what it's going to do is lower your tax liability. So what do I mean by that? So let's just say you make $40,000 for the year. You're going to be taxed on $40,000. But if you receive this credit in the state of Georgia, again, this does not impact the federal. This is only the state taxes. This does not even go on your federal taxes, okay? This is only for Georgia. So if you made $40,000 and there's this $3,000 credit for you being pregnant, you're going to now be taxed on $37,000. So it's going to decrease the amount that you owe in taxes. It's going to lower your tax liability, but it's not a refund of $3,000. And I think that's the big misconception. People are thinking that they're going to get $3,000 back for this credit for being pregnant. Nope, 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 nope. It is only going to lower your tax liability. And here's another thing. Honestly, if you're already in that maximum earned income range, right, and you're on the lower income bracket, it's not going to affect you at all because you're already paying the least amount of taxes available. Because remember, it lowers your tax liability, okay? It lowers the amount of taxes you have to pay in depending on where your income falls. So if you're already at that maximum earned income credit and you're barely getting any taxes, being pregnant and getting this credit is not going to give you a bigger refund. And those of you who are eligible to receive this refund, again, is only going to impact your state return. So it's only going to impact your Georgia return, okay? Only your Georgia return. Now, if you do meet this criteria, it kind of gets tricky because it kind of goes into in my opinion, it kind of teeters alongside with HIPAA requirements, right? Because in order to get the credit, you've got to show your tax preparer that you're pregnant, right? So you've got to provide some kind of documentation to show that you're pregnant. Whatever that documentation is to show that, that's on you, right? But again, if your income is in that lower tax bracket, it's not going to make a big difference. Okay. So I hope that that really cleared things up. Please make sure you share this live because a lot of people have been asking about this credit and they believe that they're going to get a $3,000 refund for simply being pregnant. I've had people inbox me and say, well, how do I get my refund if my child doesn't have a social security number yet? That's because it's not that type of credit. This is actually going to be filed on what's called your Georgia tax return, and this is going to go on your Georgia Form 500, Schedule 1, line number 12. Okay, it's called Other Adjustments. So this is going to go on the Other Adjustments line on your Georgia tax return. Okay, not the federal. All right. So if your refund is $8,000 and you're pregnant, don't think that that 8,000 is going to now become 11,000 because that's not true. Okay. So I hope that I've explained it. If you like this information, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Also do this for me. If there are some questions that you have or there's some other topics that you would like for me to talk about, drop them in the comment because you guys are always giving me ideas on things you want to know about. Just drop them in the comment, drop any questions, any comments in the chat, and I'll make sure to talk about them on my next video, okay? Talk with you guys later. Have a great day.